So the block work's now been completed, and I thought I'd give you a tour of the outside of the house just to show you the block work as it is now, obviously completed. We'll then show you some pictures of it during the process of building the block work, and then go on to discuss the costs involved in putting the block work in place. So let's go and have a look around the house now. Hi, my name is Jim J. Davidson and I'm a property developer. I first got involved in property in 1973 at the age of 16 when my brother and I purchased a flat in the student area of Edinburgh. My current company, Fineside Developments, was established in 2003 and we completed our first new build in 2006. This channel is really dedicated to providing you some of the things that I have learned along the way. I'm not an expert. I don't profess to know everything, but what I do know, I hope, will help you on your property journey. For context, we are in the build it phase and the frame stage. This is the front area, which is the utility room, and what we'll do is we will go around now by the side and have a look around the rest of the house. That's the utility room window. This comes out of the lounge. And as you'll see, this is quite nice. It's really nicely done. Going down the site, of course, it's still very much a building site, so we have to be careful here as we go around. There we go. And as we go around here, you're actually going to see a digger in place. We're actually now getting to the final stage of the house, and the landscaping is just being started today. That's the hard landscaping. And then we come to the area outside of the kitchen. This will be the front door, and then this is an entrance into the utility room. I'm just going to take some pictures of the far just to show you. As you can see, this is a beautiful location here with a little lake on the golf course. And if I just turn around, there is the house there. I'll just zoom it in a little bit. And actually you can't really see very much of the stone from this angle. So the stonework needs to be calibrated depending on which particular stone. So this is, as you can see here, ends up level, but obviously in different other places it's not. So each time it's almost like a big jigsaw puzzle, as you can see here, and so it really is an art, and I have to say I'm very impressed with the way that this has been done. When you do corners, these are specially selected stones so that they have the profile on both sides there. So these are delivered separately to be installed. So at the lower level, these are fitted from the ground, but then as you start to come up, we need to erect some scaffolding. So you can see that this part of the scaffolding here, which is the step down or step up board, and then obviously then we've got the higher level there, which will allow them to complete up to where the larch cladding is. When we had the full scaffolding around the build, there was not enough space to get in there because of the width. So we come out from the actual timber frame kit, and then you've got the block work, and then you've got the stonework, which is 140 wide, and then there's a space behind that too. So it's fairly far out, and therefore the scaffolding that was erected there would not allow us enough space to be able to put in the stonework. So what we did was we installed the larch cladding first, and then took down the scaffolding, and now we only erect a little bit of scaffolding immediately after the stonework that can be reached from the ground is completed. So this is a small amount of scaffolding here just to allow us to complete this, and we will build up to the level of the larch cladding. These are the cornerstones that are specially selected. So these are delivered on pallets, whereas the rest of the stones are delivered in bags, as you will see here. We have especially made these coping stones, and we have the internal and external corner. So this one here is an internal corner, and then this one is an external corner. And these all had to be specially made. So here you can see the coping stones in place, followed then by the lintels over the windows, and then down here is the windowsills. So the lintels, the windowsills, the coping stones, the internal corners, the external corners, all had to be specially designed and manufactured just for this job. It's not something that you can buy off the shelf. That obviously adds to the cost, but it shows that you get the right colour to tone in with the stone that you're going to use. And so they do really make such a nice finish to this job. So the cost of installing the stonework is a total of £21,702. That is made up of £10,613 for labour and £11,089 for materials. That was to cover 115 square metres of stonework. Let's look at the breakdown of the materials. So we had the stones itself, which was delivered in bags. There was 42 bags. That works out at £126.20 per bag for the stonework. In addition to that, you have the corners. These are specially selected pieces of stone so as that they look good on at least two sides, obviously for the corners. These are priced at £39.80 per linear metre. Let me just go back to the stonework. This coverage is approximately 2.2 to 2.4 square metres. I have to say that we were left with I think about 5 or 6 bags, so we actually had more stone than we required. In addition to that, then you have the specially made pieces, which is the coping stones, the corners, the lintels, and then the sills. Delivery we had to pay for the pallets, so we had 3 pallets, and that's for the coping stones and the corners. We had to pay for that. We also have a further delivery charge down here, and this is for the stone. They came from 2 different suppliers, but because the stones were delivered on an Arctic, we had to hire a forklift to offload them, so there was a day's hire there of a forklift and driver. So I'm not entirely sure whether doing that or getting a smaller vehicle, I think, would have actually worked far better for us, because although the overall cost for the haulage would have been higher, the actual total cost would probably have been much the same, and it would certainly been a much easier process. Then in addition to that, you need cement. So we went through 80 bags of cement, 14 bags of the 25 kilogram bags of sand, building sand, and then some various ancillaries there. Because we were doing this in winter, we had to therefore have some frost protection hessian and other various protective sheets to cover the stones before they were worked on. So I hope that gives you some idea of the costing if you are considering using stonework for your build. If you found this video useful, then please give us a like below, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we would love you to do that. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate your help. And remember, we've got our app launching fairly soon, and you can access that on the header above. If you're on desktop, or in the description below, you'll find a link there to register for that. Please have a look around at the other videos. We're now up to 60 videos, and of course adding a new one every week, and please have a view of them, and I look forward to speaking to you next week on the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos, then click to watch the next video. Please remember to visit our website at builditandprosper.com, Together app, or click on the button on the YouTube header if you're on desktop.